What up, what up? My QQQQ popped for the striking tree hard. We have seemingly some like floating lightning purple mushroom things. Yeah, they're floating. In a giant tree. It could be the striking tree. And a circular platform. Lightning kind of roiling through the sky in waves, and then lightning striking down, striking, and just giant column of lightning in the middle of the platform. And then this giant ball of lightning, and there's Ramuh floating. Giant, big, bushy beard, staff, thick, blackish, purplish robes, gigantic sleeve openings, just lightning roiling all around him. He's ready to rumble. Ready to rumble. Let's do this. Party member. What? I don't care about portraits. Ah. I should heal people, I think. It'd be good. So he'll kind of put these circular AoE things on everybody. It kind of should spread out for that stuff. He does have a pretty hard-hitting, I believe, tank attack. But that's more of an extreme problem than it is for hard mode. There's not a lot you have to worry about generally in hard modes. We've got 2 white mages also, so it's a lot of a lot of hots on everybody. Lots of hots. Hot central. It's pretty hot up in here. I'm so sorry for that. I won't say it. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. There are some lightning orbs down now. I believe they do want to get picked up. But that's more of, again, more of an extreme thing. Tank wants to pick up like 3 of them to do something. I think it protects them from lightning. There's ads now. Those definitely want to be killed. Alright, now it's my job to kind of look out, see what's going on here as far as... Oh gosh. Get this tank up a little bit more here. Get some AoEs going out here. Alright, all the ads are down. Nope, 1 left. I think that's bad. I think if that one remains standing, we die. This guy's got targeted by something. I can't remember what that means. I think that means he's stunned. Let's see if I can Asuna whatever that is. Nope, cannot. Ah, I'm linked. One of us has to run through these lightning things, I think, to get unlinked here. I got it. That's really the only thing you gotta think about here. I don't have time to type. But yeah, if you get linked, you want to run... One of the 2 people that's linked wants to run through 3 orbs. Kill the ad, guys. God. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't. Now it's time for Cure 2 spam because they're not killing the ad. Awesome. Just respect the freaking fight and do the things in the fight. If an ad pops up, kill it. That's just... The other white mage is not healing. I just burned through all of my mana healing. Ramuh is defeated somehow, despite them not caring about the ad. I think the ad was doing a lot of AoE damage. And then from Ramuh, just he kind of starts to fall backwards, but then as he falls backwards, there's this kind of glowing anyway, he starts to fall backwards, and as he does, he falls kind of slowly, and then from like the middle of his chest starts to emanate this sphere of roiling purple-blue lightning kind of energy, and he kind of just gets absorbed into it as he falls back. And that is the fight. There might be a video. I've learned to not just end the video.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
And it's kind of daylight-ish. That orb that just consumed Ramuh is floating there, talking to us.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Urianger comes walking up.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay. It sounded like Rising Stone. Okay, no, we gotta fly back to Little Solace here. I forgot that my white mage has the Mount Roulette on, so it'll get the Chocobo, the normal base Chocobo. I haven't got the next one yet. Or I think it'll get Jazzwolf. Do I actually have Jazzwolf selected as a favorite? I do, yeah. I very often seem to get the Chocobo, though, like way more often than 50-50, but I don't know. Could just be bias of some kind. Serpent Lieutenant. Lieutenant Valkyr, you've returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You've performed a monumental duty this day, Lieutenant Valkyr. The Elder Seatseer must be informed of your deeds at once. Levin an impression is over. Might as well what little gods are made of. The Elder Seatseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nafika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Lieutenant Valkyr. We'll take a free teleport to Gridania, and then from there go to the Conjurer's Guild, and then to the Lotus Stand. Lotus Stand anon. Nope, stop it. okay, what do you say? Welcome back, honored scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The elder seat here awaits you within. The whole gang is here yet again. Kane Senna has a cutscene for us.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
And you do your hand motions of explanation.
Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
And now we just see Kane Senna alone at the Lotus Sand.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
End of cutscene. You're talking to Papalimo with Ida Thancred and Y'shtola outside of the Lotus Stand. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Mercy? I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Mercy? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Certainly, Papalimo. I will use my return to go to there. And we're at the Revenant's Toll, walking into the 7th Heaven, which if you did not know, which you probably do, if you're watching this, you probably have some interest in the Final Fantasy series, maybe, I don't know, but 7th Heaven was Tifa's, and there could be more to it than just this, but 7th Heaven was Tifa's final, combo move in Final Fantasy VII. I'm sure there are plenty more mentions of a 7th Heaven in the other games, but I really started at 7. Played 7 a couple times through. Mostly spent a lot of time trying to, mate Chocobos to get the gold one, to get Knights of the Round and whatever. And God, the Chocobo breeding process to a child like myself at the time seemed so long. I don't know how long it actually takes, but it seemed like it took forever. Welcome back, Mercy. Word of your monumentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascians' immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. What Little Gods Have Made of is being completed, but there's a cutscene. Please let them talk. Please.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Thank you.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
The scene fades to black, and Menphelia is just standing in a black...
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
We are now seeing a realm of darkness with a central platform, just a small square platform, surrounded by a circle of a lot of other platforms with black-robed, hooded figures atop all of them, surrounding I think it was white-robed in the middle, but I'll find out for sure in a second. These actually look like thrones because they seem to have like the backs of like big old throne chairs. The Lord of Levin is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. These are all different people talking. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grows mightier by the day. It is a person in white. Elidibus is in white in the middle. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived their rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Wan? Wan? Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort, says an unknown voice that warps in. Another black-robed Ascian. This is La Habrea. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. And there is... It looks kind of like Promethea from Final Fantasy XI, but, how do you describe that? It looked kind of like the statue of a knight in some ways, but then with, like, weird kind of halo, and this was all dark purple, dark black, like weird halo wings behind it, I guess? I don't know. But, yeah, that's the end of that quest, and that's the end of this video. And I shall see you guys next time. It's been a pleasure. Peace out.